Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Seven Kingdoms Total War. Today we have the Siege of Deepwood Motte, and we have House Baratheon, led by Stannis himself. They've pinned in a Bolton force, and they're gonna try and take the castle. So, this is myself and Havoc doing a multiplayer match. Havoc is playing as House Bolton, and I am playing as House Baratheon. So I'm trying to take Deepwood Motte. We're just going to have to see how it goes, really, because this isn't going to be an easy fight by any stretch. But I am pounding down his walls, so if you're happy to see more Seven Kingdoms content on the channel, please do let me know in the comments below, and help this video and the channel out by leaving a like. So, it's going to be, oh my god, the volleys going off are absolutely insane. So it's going to be fairly difficult to go over the army comps, but I will try. So we have at the Stannis Baratheon unit there. One thing I do quite like about the current build is that there aren't any unit cost for the generals, so that's pretty sweet. So we have my cavalry, we have Dragonstone light cavalry, and then we've got a couple of units of Dragonstone heavy cavalry. Havoc does have the advantage in units of cavalry, and he also has the advantage in kind of archers, etc. So he has a variety of Stark units. I should say Stark, I mean House Bolton, but it's in the kind of the House Stark faction. So he has some Karstark light swordsmen. He has a lot of archers. As you can see here, charging forward, he has some Stark longbowmen, the traitorous bastards. The Bolton heavy cavalry charging through there, trying to get a decent position. More Bolton heavy cavalry, as you can see by the back of their shields, or the front of their shields. Karstark light cavalry, and some longbowmen he's sending to hamper my troops. I'm now attacking, as you can see here. We have some Dragonstone heavy swordsmen, still firing off the volleys. Arcing on in. Kaboom! So I'm going straight on in, straight through the gatehouse there, with some Dragonstone heavy swordsmen. Just to give you an idea, I also have some Dragonstone heavy pikes going forward, some Dragonstone heavy pikes, more heavy swords. We also have my archers, my Dragonstone longbowmen, and then we also have a normal Dragonstone... Oh no, they're all Dragonstone longbowmen. Okay, Dragonstone light swordsmen, so these don't have shields and their armors are a little bit lighter. Then we have my group of spears, Dragonstone light spearmen, and then we have a couple of units of heavy spears as well. I think that's about it for the army comps. I've never been an expert at going over them. That's don't really do that in my battles at all. But as this is a new mod, which I'm not sure many of you guys would have access to yet, I figured I'd go over them a little bit more. So we have a couple of pikes here. We've got some Umber heavy spears in amongst the Bolton heavy pikemen. But we have a couple of breaches already. This is going to get... Oh, the Glover heavy swordsman. So these units are an absolute beast. You're going to see what I mean kind of later on in the battle. So, although it's in my favour at the minute, I do believe, this is by no chance going to be an easy one to win whatsoever. So we're doing this in a winter scenario, as it kind of would have been winter at the time that Stannis would have invaded the north. So our cavalry go charging in amongst each other here. If you have any ideas for any other battles you'd like to see, please do let me know as well in the comments. Any ideas are always very much appreciated. So our cavalry exchanging blows here. So the Bolton heavy cavalry is kind of almost massacring my light cavalry here. And then I'm bringing up my spears as well to try and hamper them. I'm trying to get my spears in amongst their archers as well. I'm trying to stop Havoc from being able to send his cavalry round into my flank, so I can continue peppering them, getting any units I can into the breach, firing off some units into his Mormont crossbows. So this isn't a lore-friendly battle by any means. We're trying to make it slightly lore-friendly, but we want to kind of show off all the various units as well. So at the minute, I do outnumber Havoc by quite a margin. He's got 3,500, I've got 5,500, so I do outnumber him by 2,000 men. But I'm trying to take a position which is fairly, well, I say fairly, very well defended. So you're going to see a couple of blunders in my tactics here. We were kind of having a big chin wag as well when we were playing this battle. So, yes. I didn't concentrate as much as I should have done. But here we have Stannis Baratheon. My intention was to dismount him, and yeah, that didn't really go to plan. So you'll see what I mean in a little bit. As you can see, it's got troops pouring on in. The cavalry engagement has turned into an absolute mess. Men are sprawled out across the battlefield now. I'm still trying to chase down the Bolton cavalry, but I'm pretty much down to spears at this point. Gosh, excuse me. But I've managed to kind of pin down some of his archers. So doing a good job there. So let's take a little look at the engagements. So those longbows are going to keep on peppering my units for quite some time. But you can really get a sense of, well, scale from the battle up here. There are over 10,000 men kind of fighting it out here. So, you know, really is stunning to see. And I am going to take a couple of screenshots throughout. Gotta get that thumbnail, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I need to disable the sound, though. So I'm really trying to push and force back his men here. But he's kind of forming them up in a pretty decent defensive formation. It's going to be quite difficult for me to get through. And in terms of a cavalry engagement, I think we're doing okay. Like, actually, no, we're not. So he's putting his heavy Bolton cavalry to very good effect. I'm still trying to chase down. I don't know why, I just didn't cancel the order. So I'm still trying to take down that Karstark light cavalry. And as you can see, he just about pulls out, but they keep on chasing for quite some time. So here we have some pretty bog standard units kind of fighting it out here. And as you can see, Stannis is getting absolutely peppered. So, yeah, you'll see what happens in a little bit. But yeah, it's not good for him. But if I go back up here, has the wind direction changed? Oh no, we can see the Stark there. It's quite fun to look around like this and actually kind of see how the battle is played out. And there we have Stannis. So Stannis has died while sitting atop his horse, which is kind of extremely embarrassing. So my intention was to dismount him. That obviously didn't happen. But this battle's very spread out. There's a lot of fighting going on. And with Pike set up there, it's going to be very difficult to take. So I just had to take a quick sip of my OJ. OJ with ice on a very hot summer's day. Oh, it is delish, I tell you. We're marching in more of the heavy pikes now. But I'm not really putting them to very good effect. And I think that's probably because they're kind of getting bogged down in this little breach here. Now, this is where I was starting to get a little bit scared, because he still has a lot of heavy cavalry. And he's also sent out his general. We have House Bolton, which has charged out and is going to get into the fray now. So this is going to be a pretty... Well, it's an engagement we're going to want to make sure we keep on looking at. But we're slowly grinding down his infantry, but he still has a lot of ammunition left in all of his longbows. And he has, yeah, longbows, various huge amounts. So that's going to come on through pretty soon, which is kind of getting freaked out about. So I'm withdrawing my spears that are still alive, and my pikemen that I haven't committed to the fight yet. Luckily, my general hasn't routed. Well, I say my general. My general's dead, but the units aren't routing yet, which is good. So we have the archers trying to fire into the settlement. And I'm trying to organise them in a way so if the cavalry is able to charge my troops, they shouldn't lose too many. So we have fire arrows arcing down now into the fray. We're hitting our own men, but that's fine. I'm sure Stannis wouldn't have minded that anyway. So, but I'm absolutely trying to pepper his cavalry as much as possible here. Trying to hamper this charge, which is going to come quick and fast and hard. That's what she said. So that charge went in, but the charge went a bit too aggressive, and actually we impaled a few of them on our pikes here. And I have a unit of swordsmen. Oh no, the unit of spears charging out. And now we're pretty much able to take down a lot of his troops. And I think no, we haven't targeted. He hasn't committed his general yet. He hasn't committed House Bolton. We're getting my Dragonstone swordsmen in. So I'm getting pretty nervous of this engagement. So I managed to get a unit round and into the archers, but they're going to rout before they can even do any damage, which is annoying. So then my units are slower. We appear to be kind of almost pinning the cavalry down, so they're not causing too much damage. I've been reading a few comments on my videos recently that apparently I talk too much, which is kind of ironic because it says in my channel name, you know, Alex the Rambler. So, you know. So he's trying he's trying to pull out his general, as that engagement really isn't going his way. And we pretty much neutralised that car. Oh no, we haven't. So here we go. Oh. And yeah, he kind of immediately regretted doing that.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
So I'm trying to essentially pepper him as much as possible while I still have the archers to do that. He's kind of going in again and again and again. But as you can see, House Bolton is pretty much on the way out now. Which isn't what I really expected at the start of this, at the start of that engagement. Over here, we are still trying to make progress into the city, but it's almost even Stevens with numbers now, and that's when I was getting extremely nervous. House Bolton, there's only 4 men left in his unit, and he's not dead yet. Couldn't quite believe it, so I'm still trying to fire as many arrows as possible. There we go.
The general has been killed. Excellent.
So that's his general gone. So yeah, both of our generals are dead. In this battle, Stannis Baratheon and House Bolton have both perished. So the unit of pikes here is starting to get a little bit weakened now. But we still have these archers managing to inflict a lot of casualties. So you can see that Carstark Longbowman unit, over 300 kills, 300 kills, 300 kills. Each of them over 300 apiece. 156 kills, 195 kills. You know, it's just ridiculous. 300 kills. So his archers have caused an insane amount of casualties. And in response, I can only muster 100 kills, 100, 100. So he had the advantage in missile troops, but I think I have the advantage in the infantry. Although, as you can see, as I said at the start of the battle, these House Glover swordsmen are absolute tanks. These are not going down. They've been engaged since pretty much the start of the battle, and they're still performing admirably. Over here, we just have the Carstark light swordsman getting absolutely butchered. Never trust a Carstark. They are now broken and legging it. So now we have an advantage of about 500 men. Which, if you think at the start of the battle I had an advantage of 2,000. Yeah, that's not really the case anymore. So in terms of the mod, you know, the fact that A Song of Ice and Fire, the Kings of Winter, and the Seven Kingdoms mod have all become one mod, the Seven Kingdoms mod, is absolutely fantastic. I think together they're going to produce, you know, a lot. It's going to be fantastic. The work that they're able to do together, it's just going to be, I think, better than all of them could have done individually. So kudos to everyone for kind of sorting things out between themselves and uniting under one banner.
My unit has used all its ammunition.
So this block of pikes isn't going to go down, well, very quickly. This engagement's going to go on for quite some time, pike on pike. But let's take a little look at what I've got in reserve. I still have my archers firing. Still 10 minutes left in the battle. And it's going to be a bit of a grind, so we actually fast-forwarded this towards the end, and I might do that here as well. This poxy-ass tower was pretty much firing on me the entire battle. Oh, here we go. So we have the Carstark light cavalry coming in. But I think at this stage, the damage they can cause is quite negligible. I mean, they'll probably take out those archers, but that's pretty much it. And finally his archers have kind of run out of ammunition. I'm sending that unit round there to try and get them in there, take out the tower. But at this stage, just look at the death. Look at the death that's occurred. It's just, oh my god. The battle for the throne of Westeros is a tough one. To be sure, to be sure. That guy lost. But you can kind of see, I'm going to take a little look outside the city so you can kind of see where the cavalry engagements kept on happening. And just, you know, several hundred dead in it. Oh my gosh, what? There's a particular... Did he get... I think he got crushed by his horse. Damn. He definitely did. Oh my. Yeah, he got crushed. Do you still hear cavalry? Oh, I think they're routing. They decided they've had enough. These guys have had enough as well. Over here, different engagements were happening. Cavalry, dead. Spearmen, dead. Archers, dead. And now, so we can see where we actually managed to push at one point. Bolton dead. Baratheon's dead. They're down to 600 men, so I outnumber them 2-1 now. And we're actually beginning to win on one flank here. So I'm sending more of my men in to try and take down and hopefully affect their morale a little bit here. Whether or not that's going to happen, you know, remains to be seen. This battle has definitely been raging for the entire... well, the entire video, pretty much. As soon as they got to the walls, the initial engagement happened, and they're just being forced back slowly but surely. But again, it's these frickin' Umber... The Umber... No, sorry, Glover. It's House Glover that's really just holding. So we're down to 95, they're down to 60, so eventually we will win that engagement. Oh, I'm just going to take a little look at their stats. So melee attacks 42, theirs is 40, their morale's also lower now. Their morale... Sorry, their health is 225, they're 225, melee defense is a bit higher, so... just a slow grind. And once again, the House Glover holding strong. That tower's still there because I failed to take it, and I didn't really realise until, like, yeah.
Thrown down their weapons and are fleeing.
Four minutes left in the battle, and I think it's pretty clear that, you know, I'm probably going to win this. Like, I still wasn't particularly confident because, there you go, my men are routing. Was not happy about that. Are they my men? Oh no, they're Karstarks. But yeah, my men were still routing at this stage. Wasn't happy about it. Still getting pretty nervous. Oh my. I think these are Umber. Is the one with the chain Umber? Yes, Umber. Fighting over the furnace. Oh, he's dead. Now, that one man there could actually hold for quite some time. No, wait, never mind. So at this stage, I'm surprised, like, I guess in real life, if Game of Thrones was real life, then maybe the defenders would have thrown down their weapons and asked for mercy at this point, but, you know, not going to happen. I think House Baratheon have lost so many men, they're just going to want to butcher every single remaining defender. So, managing to get in, I think I've won this flank now, except for that unit there. So I'm trying to go around. I'm going to finally take that freaking tower. And we're going to go in and hopefully cause a chain rout at some stage. But mods like these, although, you know, you can say oh, it's just a unit mod. To me, it's not. I think, like, these kind of total conversion mods really do invigorate my interest, because you kind of get burnt out playing the same thing over and over again. And I love Game of Thrones. I loved it for years. I originally watched Season 1 and then read all the books before I watched, like, Season 2. So I think that was back in, like, 2011, yeah, probably about in 2011. I saw the original series and then just fell in love with it, read the books, and, yeah. Now it's just incredibly popular. And the fact that you can actually play Game of Thrones in a Total War game now is just amazing. So, hopefully they'll release a public build soon. I do not know when, but, you know, I would love to be able to play multiplayer on, you know, live streams, etc. That'd be fantastic. But for now, I'll either be doing kind of custom battles just on my Todd, or with other YouTubers. As long as you guys are happy to see more of this, which I really hope that you are, because it's a fantastic mod. And, yeah, chain rout happening now. Pyrrhic victory. So let's take a little look at the units. So, as you can see, here's archers here. 318 kills, 410 kills, 342. So, yeah, they definitely performed the best there. In terms of my units, my Dragonstone Longbowmen also performed admirably. Then, all of my swordsmen did okay. That unit didn't. They unit did very well, 249 kills. Yep, Stannis, 3 kills. Less said about that, the better. And there we go. So, if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. Let me know in the comments. Help spread this video around. And until next time, everyone, I bid you a very, very good day.